some ride on through. I'm from Oklahoma, where them cowboys roam. Some people drive big trucks, some ride on through. Tulsa, Oklahoma's where I call home. We don't just ride horses, we rock candy and chrome. Grab me a cold beer and sit on my tailgate. Got the Panhandle State on my license plate. Pack up everything and hit 75. Head straight down to Texas where the party is live. Got my boots on tight in my book.
4 p.m. Worldwide Rodeo, KBOB 89.9, the toughest sport on dirt. Yeah, we have a special guest in the house. Yeah, we say we from Oklahoma on our theme song, but we from Arkansas today. Yeah, Little Rock, Arkansas to be exact. Mr. Jay Ward, how you doing today, sir?
Going on?
Doing all right. You all right down there? I know it's pretty hot down there. It's pretty hot up here.
Nah, today it's actually pretty cool today, so it's a little bearable. I'm out here chilling, so
I see you out there at the pen. You at the pen today? You out there with the horses, huh?
Oh yeah, every day, man. Every day, all day. I'm out here at the barn. So yeah, y'all caught me right in the middle of working some horses. So I had to take a little break just for y'all. So I appreciate y'all having me on.
Man, good man. Yeah, could you tell everybody where you're from, your full name, where you're from, and what exactly?
Yeah. Well, my name is Julian Ward. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. Really a small town right outside of Little Rock called Riceville. That's where I'm from. And I've been training horses for, I guess, full time for going on 3 years now. But I've been dealing with horses and working with horses all my life. So I am here today,
So were you brought up in a rodeo family, or you just pick up a hobby or the sport of a rodeo?
Yeah, well, my dad had horses growing up. When I was born, he already had horses. Him and his buddies and stuff. They did a lot of trail riding and things like that. So not necessarily, the rodeo world and competing and stuff like that, but lots of trail rides, just riding horses in general, So yeah, he taught me pretty much everything that I know, and I just kind of took it and ran with it,
Cool. So I'm pretty sure he taught you a lot, because I see you doing pretty well at the your profession that you do.
Yeah. He taught me a lot of stuff, and of course, I learned just from a lot of different cowboys, a lot of people, from around my area, older gentlemen, lots of YouTube guys, other trainers out there that's renowned. So I just kind of, I'm like a sponge. So anything that I can learn, I just, pick it up, use it, and I'm learning every day. So it's never ending with the learning.
Yeah, that's one thing I've learned, man. You got to keep your ears open, your eyes open, and listening. Man, no telling what you might pick up. That's one thing I've picked up on my sport, in the sport that I do. So do you what do you train? Barrel horses, calf horses, or just riding horses, or what exactly do you?
I mostly just work with problem horses. So horses where horse owners have horses that won't get in a trailer. They won't stand for you to put the saddle on and tack them up. They won't stand for you to get on. They're rearing up, bucking, just really mostly problem horses. And so I do a lot of bad habit breaking and try to, help them develop better habits and good habits. And I just kind of put repetition behind it. And of course, those habits become the new norm for them. So that way, when they go home, they kind of, better off, easier to control. And of course, I also work with horse owners so that they can better communicate with their horse and get a better relationship with them. So that's primarily what I do. So, but I personally, I do a little bit of roping here and there. I do a little bit of Pony Express and stuff like that. So I'm just horses of all disciplines, really. They all come down to the same foundation most of the time. So that's pretty much.
Can you give everyone your company name and contact number?
Jay Ward Horsemanship, based right here in Little Rock, Arkansas. I got Facebook, Instagram. The handle is all the same, Jay Ward Horsemanship. So
you have you want to give out your number? Is everything is on there, because I got your number from there also?
Yeah, everything's on there. But definitely 501-516-3539. If anybody want to give me a call and they got a horse needing some help with, feel free to call me, or just need some tips, or just just some advice on what you could do with your horse. I'm open to that. I don't charge anybody for nothing like that. I'm willingly give out information. So
Cool, cool. That's one thing you must do also. You have to give back, you know what I'm saying? So that's
oh, yeah.
cool that you give information for free, because everything's not for free. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm learning that too. But when you love something, it's not it's not really work. So you just do it. But I'm trying to get that whole business mindset of charging stuff. But some stuff I just feel like it's some stuff is priceless. So it's like what I'm saying. So any way I can help out, that's what I do.
Cool, cool. So you go by appointments, or how do you do? How do you?
Yeah, I do appointments. Like right now, I'm pretty booked up. I try to keep around maybe eight to 10 horses that I'm training. That way I can, spend enough time with every horse, get them where they need to be at. So anything more than that, I put people, on a waiting list. So when a horse goes home, or when an owner finally decides like, hey, I can take this horse from here, then I'll just kind of revert to my list and, reach out to who I have on there. Right now, I got quite a few people that's waiting. So I'm staying busy, which is a good thing. But yeah, I'm staying busy. I'm staying busy.
Cool. So do you have owners come out at a certain point and you show out what you done with their horse, as far as if he won't go in the trailer? Do you have them come out and at a certain point of time, or how do you do that?
Yeah, every 2 weeks serves as an evaluation period. So, when you drop the horse off, we make our initial, payments and stuff like that, and you give me the ins and the outs, and I evaluate them and see what we need to do. And so, in the next 2 weeks, when you come to evaluate him, see where he is, you might decide like, hey, I can take him from here, or I like what you're doing with him, continue going on. So then we'll, continue with the next 2 weeks, and so on and so forth. So yeah, every 2 weeks serves as an evaluation period where they can either come out and check them out, try them themselves, or I'll send out updates. I try to send videos and things like that. It gets hard to send videos, updates out sometimes. It's just me. It's hard to get somebody to record in real time something that I really want, but I try to put my tripod up so I can capture the moments. But, so yeah, every
Yeah.
2 weeks, pretty much, I send out some updates and things.
Okay, we have someone on the air. We're gonna go to air real quick.
Okay.
KBOB 89.9 FM. You on the air? Who am I speaking with?
Ronald Stevens.
Big bro, how you doing, sir? DNR Ranch on the line.
Doing fine. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Trying to beat the heat, big bro.
I understand that.
Yeah, we have Mr. Jay Ward all the way from Little Rock, Arkansas. I know you familiar with Little Rock, Arkansas. You out had a couple of people come down about horses, roping horses, bulldog horses.
Yeah, I have. I want to do he take coach and start him from the beginning.
Yes, sir. I definitely take coats and start them from the beginning. Everything from just halter breaking all the way up to putting that a first initial ride on them, and everything after that. So definitely start them out young. Yes, sir.
Cool.
Do you do any cutting horse training, like teaching horse to spin?
Well, I can teach one to spin. I don't, put all the buttons and stuff like that. I wouldn't call myself a finisher or anything like that, as far as, a specific discipline like cutting. But like I said before, they all kind of boil down to the same fundamentals in the foundation in the beginning. So definitely teach them, where to put their feet at, how to step over across the front correctly, things like that, and just kind of get them to where they're nice and rounded and balance, so they can go and learn how to spin and do stuff like that. So, but I can put a good turn on one. Yes, sir.
Mhm.
And good handle.
That's, well, that sounds pretty good. Like you give them a good basis for a horse. They can take them whatever direction they want to go once they leave you.
Exactly. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's Mr.
Well, I
Ronald Stevens from DNR Ranch. if some quite a few cowboys down there, they'll speak highly on these guys right here. And how many horses you guys have sent down there, big bro?
I think we got about 3 or 4 down there. Clem Cooney and oh man, I get to calling these names. I will leave somebody out, but all that that crew down there, shout out to them as well.
Cool,
And
cool.
young man, you just keep doing what you're doing, and I'm enjoying watching the show.
I appreciate that, Mr. Stevens. Appreciate it.
Big bro, Mr.
Thank you.
Bobby, big bro, Mr. Bobby Eaton said hello.
Hey, tell them hello. What's going on, classmate? Yeah, they graduated from the same school.
At BTW.
Nah, that's it.
Okay,
Nah.
Hornets. We be having Langston and
All right,
Hornets up in there. Okay, big bro, you be careful. I'll be out there to see you in a little while. Have a nice day and keep
All right.
cool. Keep cool.
Do the same. Y'all have a good day.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Yeah, that's a good thing right there. So what's the youngest? Like he said, what would you have the youngest horse? What age would you have them to bring a horse to maybe how to break a horse?
I actually right now I have a yearling out here just learning some halter breaking basics. So I can take them as soon as they get weaned from the mama. Sometimes I've worked with people who didn't have anywhere to put the coat to get them away from the mom, so that they would go ahead and send them in, and as long as they're eating feed, drinking water and stuff like that, and they're ready to be away from the mom, I can take them as soon as that. As far as riding and stuff like that, of course, I wait until they're a little older, maybe 2, closer to 3 years old. Enough where their backs are strong enough to withstand my weight. I'm not that big of a guy, but I definitely try to keep them where they're healthy. Backs will last a long time. So
So will you halter break them and then send them home and let them just let them finish just halter break them themselves and then bring them back, or would you leave them there the whole time if they want them to be broke and rolled?
yeah, this depends on what the owner wants to do with them. I definitely can take them and how to break them, get them to a point where they can just handle them. Let them stand tied, brush them, pick the feet up. All the little basic stuff. And then from there they can take them home. Keep with them. Every day or whenever they can. And by the time they're old enough to ride, they should be good and gentle, where I don't have to deal with the bad stuff that I have to deal with most of the time. So,
I know you get pretty rank ones up there, huh?
yeah, people definitely send in some that's never been touched, never been handled before. A lot of people, especially now, you got a lot of people kind of hopping on the Western wave. They're wanting horses and stuff like that. So they're finding these cheap horses and horses, or they're rescuing them or something like that, or getting them from sales, and they're a handful. So I definitely get some of the crazy and wild ones here lately, for sure.
Any Mustangs been through that?
Yeah, Mustangs are the low men on the totem pole. I take them in, but those are the ones, I rather just, hey, I don't know about this one. But I
Yeah.
don't discriminate. I do take them in. The thing with Mustangs is they just seem to take a lot more time than what people are willing to invest. You know what I mean? So they could, do it themselves, but they're dangerous. But then they come to me, and I can get them to where they want them to be at. But like I said, they take a little more time than the average horse, especially one that's grown in the wild, or they was captured out in the wild. So they can be pretty tough.
Yeah, they mostly, man, they have mind their own. They don't care if they get hurt, you get hurt. They gonna do what they got to do to get whatever bite off of them, halt off of them, saddle
Yeah.
'em.
Yeah, I've definitely had some moments where I was trying to. I went out and evaluated a Mustang for a lady one time, and she was wanting me to kind of just see where he is. She wasn't sure where he was at, so I went out there to help her. And in the midst of me showing her some things, I was telling her how you want to kind of be a little more assertive than passive with the Mustangs, because if I'm just really being tedious with him, he might start getting agitated and want to get aggressive with me. So if I just go ahead and assert myself, then he's more likely to submit. So in the midst of me doing that, I'm just kind of giving her an example of how she would tap on the horse real lightly. And in the midst of that, the horse did rear up and he struck me in the face and could have lost the eye that day. So, like I said,
Yeah.
I just try to be careful, but those Mustangs, those wild horses, you gotta be kind of assertive, in a calm manner to really get to where you want to be.
So, like you said before, you don't try to be, you do try to select a horse, you know what I'm saying? That because that's your profession. So, if you get hurt and you're down for 6 months, man, those horses in the barn, they need to be rolled or need to be halter broke. So, I understand that situation also.
Yeah, yeah, definitely got to play it safe. So before I went full time, I was ready to do whatever. I take any crazy horse, I just jump on them and cowboy them and everything. But now after I kind of broke a couple of bones and overextended some ligaments and things like that. So I just kind of play it safe and just take my time with them. And that when you take your time and be patient and just kind of reinforce them in a positive way, you get farther anyway. So you know my
Yeah.
little trials and tribulations have helped me grow and learn too.
Yeah, because they do sense fear. If you're scared of them, they sense a lot of stuff. Horses, people don't understand that they do sense if kind of scared of them a little bit. So you have to go in there like ready to man up.
Oh yeah, yeah. You gotta assert yourself. That's why I always say be assertive. Just stay calm about it. You don't have to be the crazy guy or the crazy woman. Just assert yourself and let them know. Speak clearly with the horse. Communicate clearly. Let them know exactly what you want, and 9 times out of 10 you'll get there.
Sweet, sweet. So what rodeos do you guys? I know the Bass Reeves rodeo was what probably about 8 months ago. That Bass Reeves, did you attend it?
Yeah, I didn't make to that one. I had a family reunion going on at the time, but I heard it was a really good show. Here in Little Rock, we have the Defeat the Beast rodeo. This year was the second annual, so looking forward to next year. They got a good thing going on with the Defeat the Beast. So a lot of Oklahoma Cowboys come to that one too. So
Okay. What date is that on? What month and date?
this is in April.
Okay,
Um,
okay, that's when everything kick off.
yep, yep, it's right there in the beginning. So yeah, it's a good rodeo, and it's a lot of people like it.
Yeah,
So
you
that's
have to send me the
shout out.
flyer. You have to send me the flyer on that so I can post it on my page because we want to support other rodeos in other states as well as they support us. Like Muggy Rodeo was a big rodeo, but we have a call on the air. We're gonna go on the air right quick. KBOB 89.9 FM. We on air. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, this is Princess from Dallas, Texas,
How you
and I
doing,
have a
Precious?
What's
question.
up, Precious?
Princess,
Princess.
Princess.
Okay, Miss Princess. Go ahead with your question.
what makes you think country boys do it better?
Okay. Well, country boys do it better. That's like my brand, and we throw a lot of events and a big bonfire every year and trail rides and stuff like that. But I don't know, just my experience being a country boy compared to a lot of these city boys. I just, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or any other country boy's horn, but hey, beat beat. We, country boys, we come through. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say country boys do it better. You know, unless you can think otherwise,
You got you got to rep your slogan. If you're 100% down with it, you got to rep it. You know
gotta
what I'm
rip
saying?
it. Country boys do it better for sure.
Yeah,
All right, country boys do it better then.
city boys gonna represent if they feel they do it better. City boys gonna be like we do it better. So yeah, yeah, like worldwide rodeo, we the toughest sport on dirt. Yeah, you have football, you have baseball, but what's tougher than getting on a bull like bulldog and getting in the dirt? So worldwide rodeo, toughest sport on dirt.
That's it.
Country
All
boys
right,
do
y'all have a good day. Thank you.
country boys do it better.
Speaking of country boys do it better, we do have a trail ride that's coming up on the 31st of August this month. So um, really looking forward to that. A lot of people looking forward to that too. So it should be a really good turnout.
You have an address, or where's it going
Yeah,
to
it's
come?
here in Little Rock. It's gonna be at 5910 South Street, Little Rock, Arkansas. It's actually in Riceville. The address, of course, is Little Rock, but uh, it's the 42nd annual Riceville Day celebration, where the town became a township, and they're having a festival, a parade, and everything. So this year, I just incorporated a trail ride, using my brand, Country Boys Do It Better. So I think it's gonna be a nice one.
And
It's
what's
gonna
the
be fun.
date? What's the date on it again?
August 31st.
August 31st. Everything's cooling down. Everything's cooling down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's one thing you guys gotta, kind of understand when you have trail rides. Try to do it in a month where it's kind of cool because these horses get real hot, and some people go on a long trail ride.
hmm
So,
Yeah. I'm
how
gonna
long?
take them for a ride too. So if anybody listening and coming, y'all be prepared. 'Cause last time, the horses rode some people home. So y'all be prepared for a good ride. Make sure the horses is in shape and ready to go.
Well, well, you do stop and let them rest for a minute. That's if you're on a long trail ride. You do try to have somewhere where they could drink water and cool off a
Oh
little
yeah.
bit, and then come on back to wherever your destination gonna be.
Yeah, we definitely get to. I got a lot of trails, some spots where good shaded area. Make sure any body that's behind can catch up. We just kind of hang out. Open up the coolers and stuff, see what we got in there to drink on, and stop by the pond too for the horses. So
Yeah, yeah. My co-host, he's man, he's really excited about this worldwide rodeo because he's learning a lot about horses. He's from Oklahoma. He's with the band. He's more of like guitar and jazz and all that. So he's very interested. He was asking, do you take the saddles off? When you get cool them off. But now you just leave the saddle on and just let them cool off like
yeah,
that.
we're not going on that long of a ride. Yeah.
Approximately how long of a ride you think you guys will be on? 2, 3 miles?
Um. Yeah, about 2 or 3 hours or so. The ride starts at 3. Um, so about maybe 6 or 7, 6 or 7, we'll be making it back, back to the land, and from there, of course, we're gonna tailgate, have a DJ and stuff like that. We just gonna enjoy the evening.
Did you get the 10 trail ride we had down here, Chrissy trail
I
ride?
wanted to make it there.
Hmm.
I did not make it, but I definitely will be at the next one. So shout out to Chrissy. She sent me the flyer for the next one, so I'm definitely gonna be there.
So I'm pretty sure she gonna be down there on that one also. I might have to jump in the truck with her. I got to start trail rides. I like them, but I only been to a couple of them. I'd rather just go to rodeos and get down and dirty.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah. So the trail ride is going to be in your hometown, right? That's you said you from
Yes,
Wrightsville, right?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. In Riceville.
Okay. What are you guys? What events will you have? Race horse racing or trophy? What you guys give out? Anything?
Mostly, well, the parade, like I said, the parade will be going on too. So they'll do, um, you know, best dressed groups, most members on horses, um, furthest travel club and stuff like that, most uniform stuff like that. But as far as the trail ride goes, we just gonna trail ride, and of course I'm sure it's some people out there, they think they got a fast horse and stuff like that, and but if they want to line up, we got a spot where we can line up, and you know what I'm saying, 200 yards, you know, whatever they want to do, we can do it. And this time, I'm a quarter horse guy,
Oh,
so
that's what I was
but
going
I,
to
I
say.
might pull out something different this time. I got a horse in from North Carolina, and he's one of them single footing um, standard bred horses. So I might pull him out on a trail ride so I can have a little Cadillac to ride
Yeah,
so I
that's
can
what
cruise.
I was getting ready to say. Can you explain the difference between the ride from a quarter horse, a gaited horse, and a Tennessee Walk? Because like you just said, the Cadillac. That's like them gated horse. You could sip while you ride, and you can sip on little crown, little whatever beverage you prefer, water, whatever. And you're not gonna waste nothing. But a
Yeah, yeah,
quarter horse, you're gonna have to keep a lope to keep up with the walking horses because they're gonna get tired pretty quick. Also,
yep, yep. That's it.
can you
Yeah,
explain the difference between the gated horse and the quarter horse? I kind
yeah.
of a little bit.
Well, yeah, quarter horses, of course, those are your more athletic style horses, like rodeo horses, performance and competition. Um, they're gonna be the ones you use to get out there. Hang on, let me close this gate. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, all right. Yeah, that's what we want to hear. we keep going, do it better. We got the horses in the background,
Yeah, we
worldwide.
got the horses in the back for sure.
Yeah,
But yeah, those quarter horses, you're gonna have a lot more rougher ride. Just trotting with a two beat. You gonna be kind of bouncing around unless you break off into a lope, like you said, and it's more of a three beat. A lot more smooth riding, but your horse is, producing a little more energy trying to keep up. Whereas a gated horse, um, it's just you kind of got more of a four beat gait in a sense. Oh, Cosmo. And those, I mean, it's hard for me to explain. They just, I don't. You just have to kind of see them to see how smooth they are. But you're not really bouncing around as you would on a quarter horse compared to a gaited horse like a walker or a standard bred or
yeah.
a pacer or
And,
something like that.
that's their norm. So they're not wasting no energy because that's what they do. Gate.
That's how they travel. Yeah,
Yeah. So
they
you
can
guys,
travel both ways.
y'all heard what he said. It's gonna be a 2 hour ride. So if you guys bring that quarter horse, you're gonna be pretty sore when you get back to wherever your destination is, because it's gonna be a lot of bouncing. Gotta get you on them gated horses.
Yeah, yeah. But we're gonna keep the speed, a good speed. We're not gonna leave nobody behind. But like I said, if somebody think they got something fast, then I'm gonna have my quarter horse out there too. So,
You got
but
something running?
oh yeah, I keep something running now.
Oh,
I got to have something that's running, something that's walking, both. I got to have both. Best
nice.
of both worlds.
Have you ever thought about getting in training performance horses or getting them, just trotting around the burrow, learn the burrow pattern or
Yeah,
anything?
yeah. And I've done, I've started some barrel horses and stuff for people. I haven't really dealt with any, big name people that's really out here competing wise, but a lot of people that's wanting to get into it, or they may have a horse that they think can make one. I just get them started, and they take them and do what they want to do with them. But like I said, I personally do some roping, so I got my own roping pen. So I work my own personal horses, So once I get to a point where I can go out and show mine, then I'll get into more advertising for performance style horses. So,
Do
but
you do you do anything else as far as with the horse? Do you charter horses or anything?
I do a little trimming for my own, but that's some back breaking work right there.
Man,
I leave that to the farriers.
yeah, we had a guy we had a guy on what probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago, man. He's from Muskogee, Oklahoma. Also, he's like he's like, man, that's some tough stuff right there. God,
Yeah,
I could kind of imagine bending over all the time, then the horse pulling on you, and you got to hold the leg up, man. That's tough.
yeah. I'm just the guy that get the horse prepared for the farrier. So
Yeah, they
that's me.
call yeah.
Do all that
Most people,
crazy
most
stuff.
people, most people know it as shoeing, but it's called shawing. That have you ever heard of Mr. Nelson Jackson up here?
Nelson Jackson. It sounds kind of familiar.
Yeah, he's been doing it all his life, and he still does it. I think
Yeah,
Big Jack. I think he probably almost what Big Jack. He 80. I want to say that for sure, and he still get out there and build barns and everything. He's
okay.
tough. Call him Stonewall Nelson Jackson. That's my
Yeah.
buddy Randy Jackson, father. Rest in peace to my big bro Randy Jackson. Yeah, this is Nelson Jackson. What horse did you have in the barn now? How many horses do you kind of keep at one time?
Right now, as far as training goes, I have I want to say seven. I have 7 horses in training wise. I have uh, 3 personal horses, and then I got a couple of horses that I'm just keeping for a couple of friends of mine. So all in all, I got probably close to 18 horses out here, maybe. So
Okay.
I got quite a few.
So you I see why you say you full time because man, people don't understand that when you have to feed that take time to feed up and ride horses and saddle them up. How many do you usually saddle up a day?
Well, how I do it, I do like a morning session and an evening session. So I'll take maybe like 3 or 4 and work with them in the morning. So about lunchtime come or the heat of the day come, I'm kind of chilling out, going to get some food and whatnot. And in the evening time, I'll, whatever I got left, I'll work with them. Or if I need to double back on a horse and put a second session on him for a day, then I'll do it that way too. But so I try to do maybe 3 or 4 in the morning, 3 or 4 in the evening. But
Yeah,
on a day like today, it's not that hot, so I'm kind of just going all day. So just
yeah, Mr. Bobby Eaton, he's really into this. He said you doing it by himself. Yeah, he's full time by himself, right?
yeah, so look, it's kind of tough getting help. Of course, everybody has their own thing going on the day to day. So the most times I do get help, it's like on the weekends. But like I said, I'm Sunday to Sunday. Out here, you got to take care of them. So I don't really get a day off, but I try to balance my time, so I can get to do other things, But yeah, it's primarily just me.
Yeah. So that is your born right there, right?
Yes,
That's
sir. Yes, sir.
okay. What is how many stalls you about eight?
I
You said
have
18 horses.
Yeah, I got 4 stalls on the inside. I got 3 stalls on the back on like a shared row deal. Um, I actually got 1 stall on the end. I'm about to turn it into a stall. It's kind of a storage room right now, but kind of need the space. But I got some holding pens and some turnout pens too that I keep horses in, and of course, just the big pasture that we're on. So I got horses that's just turned out, and some, inside the barn that I keep up close. I got horses out here standing tied.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. My Mr. Eden is asking. I know, which I know you do. You have to keep some of them away from each other because they will fight each other.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like this horse behind me that's making noise. That's my stud horse right there, and I kind of been using him for some relays and stuff like that. But he came to me, just a horse that's just needed to be started as a 3-year-old, and the lady kind of abandoned him in a sense. So he's just been here. I've been using him, and turned out to be a pretty good horse. So
Yeah, I'm not able to see him. What is he? Bay soil horse, bay horse?
he's a paint horse.
Okay, pain.
But
Okay.
you can see him back there.
He bred pretty good.
Yeah, well, he he's I believe he's registered, but I'm not sure what the papers are. 'Cause like I said, he was a client horse,
Yeah.
and I never take their papers or nothing like that. I'll get a picture of the coggins and stuff like that because I got to have a coggins when they come in. But other than that, I don't, take their paperwork. But um, he's a well mannered horse, good horse, But of course, he's still a stallion, so the mares come around, he gonna talk to him. He gonna shoot his shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Could you explain people to the audience what the coggins are for and why you prefer people to have their own coggins before they bring the horse to your
yeah,
stall?
definitely. Coggins, basically um, uh, blood work done on the horse to make sure the horse is not carrying a disease that can be passed on to any other horses. In a nutshell, so when you go, you get your vet to draw blood. They run tests on them. Comes back negative, they don't have any diseases or anything. Just kind of like humans, you know what I'm saying? So that way, when horses are here, of course, I got them going in and out of stalls, different areas and stuff. So definitely don't want them to be carrying anything that can be passed on to another horse.
Oh yeah, because people will get upset if That horse come there real feeling good and then leave
Yeah,
feeling not so good.
yeah. So like I
Yeah.
said, that's why it's a full time job, man. You wake up in the morning. They eat before I eat. They exercise before I exercise. Well, I guess they exercise while I'm exercising in a sense, but and then of course in the evening time they eat before I eat again. So it's a everyday thing. No real days off. So every day you got to take care of them. Big responsibility.
Yeah, so you do board all the horses. You don't have nobody like come pick a horse up in a week and then bring it back the next week, or do you allow them to come get them for a week and go ride them and then bring them back? How do that? How do that? How does that work?
No, well, like I said, with the way I do it. So, like I say, every 2 weeks is an evaluation period. So, whenever you pay, you're paying for 2 weeks. So, when you come back for 2 weeks for the evaluation period, you haven't paid for the next 2 weeks yet. So, you might say, hey, um, I'm liking the way he's doing. Where he's at right now. I can take him from here, or let me take him home, or whatever. Then that's perfectly fine. But that's not to say that your spot's gonna be here. You know what I'm saying, when you come back, because other people are trying to get help with their horse. But when they come here, we'll do an evaluation, and I let them ride him and show him what he's doing. I let them know, the issues that I'm having with him. I let them know what I'm doing to correct the issue. Uh, and then, like I said, from there, if they feel comfortable enough, then they can take them home. But typically, they keep them for, I'll take a horse for 2 weeks at a time. I'll take them for a month, 2 months, 3 months, or more than that. So it just kind of just where the horse is, and what he really needs.
Your phone is always open in case someone gets a horse on them and well he won't do this, he won't do that. So you do
Okay.
a open line for them to call back and you can
Yeah,
explain to
yeah.
them what to do.
I also make farm calls too. So I have people, they don't really need to send the horse in for, an extended period of time. They just, having an issue like with trailer loading or something like that, or he's kind of barn sour or something. So I would come out, do a session in real time, work the horse, get him to where I can get him to go in the trailer. I can get him to leave away from the barn. I can get him to, ride off or move out and do everything I want him to do. And then, of course, I'll, go over to the client and say, all right, you try it now. And then before I get out of here, so that way you know exactly what to do. Tomorrow you can get them out, do it again, and just kind of keep on going.
Yeah, for our audience that don't understand what you mean by trailer loading, can you explain to people, the audience, your technique to load a horse? Trailer loading is loading your horse in a trailer where he's won't be backing out and he'll going up in there easy and cutting out easy. Because horses do get hurt if you try to force them. You got to be patient with them.
Yeah, definitely. Horses, they're naturally claustrophobic, so being inside tight areas is always, something that's got them on edge at times until they get comfortable doing it. So, a lot of people think horses are like puppies. You can get a young one and then just kind of go with the flow and teach him stuff, and he's good. But they're not like puppies. You have to really show them. They can really hurt you and stuff. So when it comes to trailer loading, um, definitely, I like to send my horses in. Some people walk in with the horse, stuff like that. But if you got a small 2-horse trailer or something like that, you definitely want to be able to send your horse into the trailer. So I get horses that, they just simply don't want to approach the trailer. They don't want to even get close. You start pulling them to it, they're hesitating, they're pulling away from me, they're rearing up and stuff like that. So basically, what I do, and this is my approach for pretty much everything. Um, I make the consequence for them, choosing the wrong or making the wrong decision in our eyes would be just to work hard. So I would, send them in circles, not just, constantly one direction. I make them switch directions. I make them back up. I make them, get that energy up, get those feet moving, and then we'll try to go toward the trailer. When I go to the trailer, that's the easiest part of our session. So he's thinking in his mind like, man, I was hesitating about going to that trailer. He started making me work hard, so I guess I'm gonna get a little close this time. So the
Yeah.
closer you get, I reward him, I pet him, let him know he's doing good, I'll retract them away from the trailer, and then we'll come back. And so every time it just kind of becomes easier and easier, and I just let the horse kind of figure it out. I try not to force them to do anything. I try to make them feel like it's their decision to make the right decision, because the wrong decision, you're gonna work hard.
Yeah, like you said, they're not puppies, so man, they're not gonna take a treat to get up in no trailer. They're going to trailer when they want to, or when they feel comfortable going.
Yeah, a lot of people try to bribe them with food and stuff, but it's just a band-aid for the real problem. You know what I'm saying? So definitely spend some time with them and work them. Let them know like the trailer is a good, safe space for them. So they'll work hard, go inside the trailer and be able to relax. And then, once they figure it out and come out, we'll do something else.
Yeah. Yeah, I've tried to get on that. Yeah. Hey, we're gonna take a break. We'll be back with you guys. Gonna take a break, get some little water on our throats and everything, and we can be right back with you.
This is KBOB 89.9 FM, Tulsa. And now streaming 24/7 live from the Eden Media Studio. 24/7 live at KBOB899.com.
Yes, coming at you. My name is AJ. Oasis Fresh Market is the place to be. This is our community grocery store. And guess what? We're rolling out some brand new programs for customer loyalty programs, some housing programs, some assistant programs. You have SNAP, EBT, WIC. We got programs just for you. You need to come to Oasis Fresh Market, 1725 North Peoria Avenue. Shop at Oasis, baby. Changing lives.
Shop at Oasis.
Peace and Black Power. This is the Prince of Pan-Africanism, Dr. Umar Johnson. Whenever I'm in Tulsa, Oklahoma, I'm listening to The Bobby Eaton Show, 89.9 FM KBOB. For news, information, and critical analysis, The Bobby Eaton Show. That's where Dr. Umar hangs out.
How to order chicken wings. Number 1, find a good wing spot.
I know a wing spot, Max Wings.
Number 2, decide if you want a combo or if you want to order a la carte.
Huh? What's that?
Well, combos come with chicken, veggie sticks, fries, and a drink for a discounted price. A la carte means that you order each item separately.
Okay.
3, decide if you want bone-in, boneless, or cauliflower wings, and then determine the delicious flavor you want on your wings.
I didn't even know cauliflower had wings.
You learn something new every day. Have you been to Max Wings?
Yep.
Max Wings is located at 782 East Pine Street in Tulsa. We're open Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Come to Max Wings, home of the dry rub fries.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
This is KBOB 89.9 FM, Tulsa. And now streaming 24/7 live from the Eden Media Studio. 24/7 live at KBOB899.com.
Hey, it's Alfred Woodard. When I'm in Tulsa, I keep it on KBOB. That's how I find out what's really happening. KBOB 89.9 FM.
KBOB 89.9 FM. Back with Mr. Jay Ward, all the way from Little Rock, Arkansas. Man, I really appreciate you coming on the show, man. Explaining your horse and what all you do for your horses and everything. Yeah, we have a few guests on here. They saying they loving this, and Miss Tiffany, the MC, Miss Tiffany Guest, she's on here. She's say hello, Mr. Jay Ward. Yeah.
You said MC Guest is on here?
Yes, Tiffany. Yes.
Tiff, what's happening?
Yeah, she on the chat room. She probably get me back in a minute. And yeah, so we was talking about that loading the horses and everything. And so far as because my host, I mean my guy, Mr. Bobby Eden, he's very interested in that. You know, how do you get the horse to load? About approximately how long do you? Because it's continuous repetition. You got to keep doing it back and forth. You can't every day. You have to be on them because they will do what they want to do.
Yeah, yeah. I guess most of the time, and I of course I like to try to time myself just to see how fast I can do something without. Of course, I don't try to rush, but I just like to see how long it takes. But typically, for a trailer loading session, when I go out to somebody's place and work with a horse, to actually get them in the trailer, probably about roughly maybe 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. Um, but then everything else after that is just like you said, repetition. So it doesn't take very long to get them in there, but a lot of times when people having an issue is they don't know when to release the pressure off of them. So it's like you're pressuring them to go in, but you got to have a release there so that the horse can understand, okay, he's trying to get me to do something. You know what I mean? So he's pressuring me. As soon as the horse makes an advance to try to go inside the trailer, I just kind of release the pressure, pet him, love on him a little bit, let him know that he's making the right decisions, and then we'll try it again. I pressure him some more and go farther. So
Yeah, like we was talking about a while ago, they're not like puppies. You can't give them no treat for them to go up in there. You got to, like
yeah, you can't treat them like puppies. And I know a lot of people. I have to tell people this. Um, I told a couple of people this today. Actually, they were kind of new to horses, and they were interested in buying a horse, and they found this young horse, and they want to grow with it and stuff like that. And so I'm like, I would suggest that you get a horse that's already broke, a horse that already has the experience. So, because you're still learning as a new horse owner, you want a horse that can help you out along the way, as opposed to you having a horse that's, have the same knowledge as you. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of a recipe for a bad meal right there. So definitely want to, if you're new to horses, I would encourage you to find a horse that's already broke with some experience. And then whenever you get your experience level up, then try to, go get you a young horse and see what it's like. So
yeah, because young horses just like children. Yeah, they gonna try you every chance they get.
every chance they get, and they gonna get into something, and some stuff gonna happen that you never thought that could happen. They gonna figure it out. You know, so yeah, they can be a
So
handful.
so do you have a round pen there? How do you break your horses there at your place?
Yeah, I have a round pen. I got another medium size like riding arena. I started just a halter and lead rope, because when I growing up, I didn't have a round pen. I didn't have, any kind of fancy training equipment or anything like that. I had a halter and I had a lead rope, and that's where I started. So I started, breaking horses out in the open field, with nothing. Now, yeah, round pen is definitely easier. It makes things easier, but I still to this day I'll take a horse in the open and work with him and stuff. As long as he's not really trying to turn and burn and get away from me and stuff like that too bad, and I can get a hold to him, then I'll just do it my old fashioned way. But yeah, halter and lead rope is my best friend. That's my number one tool right there.
Yeah, that's all I was going to say. Because boy, if they see that open field, boy, they think they could get away. They gonna try.
Yeah, they definitely try to. Like I said, growing up, I didn't have it, so I had to figure out how to get through to the horse without, having everything. I couldn't really make no excuses. I just had to do it. If I wanted my horse to act right, I just had to do what I had to do. And of course, other people would see it, and they start asking me like, "Hey, can you help my horse do this and do that?" And that's kind of how I started, training other people's horses.
Yeah. And for the audience also, this you know, to get a horse to do something that you want to do, that don't mean you have to whip them. Horses are smart. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be patient and repetition, repetition. Yeah, because when you get to beating and whipping on horses, they're going to get you back. I promise you that.
Yeah, yeah. And I would say like the number one thing that I've learned, as far as like secrets, I guess you can say. I know on the post we shared earlier, I was gonna share some secrets or whatnot, but the number one secret is, I've heard this from other trainers too, is just knowing when to stop with a horse. So it's like I said before with the pressure and release deal, it's like you got to know when to stop with the pressure so that you give your horse a chance to, you know, uh, for things to register in the horse's mind of what's going on, what you're asking him to do. Because once you apply the pressure to him and he does the right thing, you gotta, stop putting the pressure to him. And I use an example, like with kids. Said horses are like kids. So a parent, a kid is in there washing some dishes or something. As soon as the parent comes in and say, "You need to wash them dishes," and they already washing it, it's like they start kind of getting rebellious. Like, oh, I don't even want to wash them anymore. So I'm just, you start getting rebellious or you get an attitude about it. But if you just let the horse, kind of make the decisions on his own, try to just show him, the right path, and they start doing it. You gotta let off and let them do it until you gotta step in to correct them again. So
Yeah, we have a few people on the live. I want to give them a shout out. We have Miss Katina Collins, Miss Claudia Green, Miss Jennifer LaCour. Man, we thank y'all for tuning in because, man, this is some interesting stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is very, you know what I'm saying? Man, I'm getting a lot out of it as well as my engineer, man. He's like, man, he's tuned in. I think this is the most I've seen him tuned in because this is very informative, man. You know what I'm saying? Because by you being a young guy also, and you've, knowing exactly how to train a horse or what to do in certain situations.
yes, sir. Like I said, I'm still learning, so I always definitely like to pick up stuff from other, horse trainers or other horsemen. People don't even consider themselves a trainer sometimes, but they have a lot of knowledge, when it comes to horses. So I'm definitely open to learning a lot of stuff. So any other viewers, want to give me some advice, I'm open to that too.
Do you train and sell horses? Or you just you have any for sale?
Well, I have a couple of horses here for sale. They're not my personal horses, but I do like consignments and stuff like that. Or if I have a horse that a owner has sent in, and it turns out that the horse isn't really making what they want him to be, I'll help them sell them. So I got a couple of horses right now that's for sale, but that's definitely the goal is to get more of my own personal horses, just kind of train them up, and then sell them to somebody, maybe some breakaway horses or some barrel horses or performance horses and stuff like that. Ones that somebody can take and go in any direction with them.
Oh, yeah. What's the price range you normally start at for a nice broke horse?
A nice broke horse, um, a
No bad,
nice broke.
no
You
bad,
say what now?
with no bad habits.
With no bad habits?
Yeah,
Oh
I know
man,
it's
that's
hard.
you
I
looking
know
for a unicorn right there. That's
it.
tough because every horse you get, it's gonna be something.
Yeah,
Never no horse is perfect, but it's gonna be something there. But as far as price range, if you want a horse that's just kind of been there, done that, he's good to go. You're not gonna have too many problems. You're gonna be looking upwards of 2,500, 3,000, maybe closer to five for a good broke one. you know. But you can find horses all day long. You can, you might come across somebody that just wants to get rid of the horses, and you can find one for $1,000. You can find one for $500. But it's just you get what you pay for. You get what
yeah.
you pay for.
And it's really good to have a horse this season that's been down trail rides because they won't get spooked and you're not gonna get bucked off
That's
because it's
right.
easy to get spooked. A rock, anything, a horse gets spooked. Because man, I've had a couple of injuries, horses rolling over on me, and throwing me on top of trucks because a paper bag blew across my father horse one time. I wasn't holding on the saddle horn, rolled off and broke my collarbone. So you have to be alert at all times.
Yep, yep. So like I said, even with the best horses, even with the ones that's good and broke, as a rider, you gotta be, aware of what's going on around you. So if you see a bag floating across the way there, and your horse, you think he might get spooked, you need to kind of prepare yourself for him to be spooked if it does happen. You want to see stuff before it happens in a sense. So awareness is another thing I would say is one of the secrets, I guess you could say, just flat out being aware of what's going on around you.
Yeah. Um, we got a question on the air right here, asking why do people put blinders on their horses? You know what I'm saying? Or mainly race horses. They mainly ones that have blinders, so they can't see what's on the side of them. They just looking straight ahead. Can you explain why people put blinders on their horses? I see a
Yeah,
lot, a lot of bulldogging people. They started put blinders on the horses also.
mainly just to keep the horse focused. Keep him focused or look in a certain direction. Because if he's got blinders on this side over here, he's gonna be more so wanting to look this direction because he can't see anything over here. Where if he's got both of them, a lot of times, I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. I don't want to get too deep off into it on my beliefs with it, but in a nutshell, is to keep them focused on a certain area. But a lot of
Straight ahead.
times those blinders can get in the way sometimes because if you got them on both sides, they're gonna be trying to look both ways and trying to see something. You know what I mean? But
They want to see what's on each side. They want to see what's on the side of them.
yeah, and that's where a lot of people don't really know. Horses, their eyes not like ours, where we can just see straight in front of us. A horse is kind of eyes are on the sides a little bit, so they're either kind of dominant this way or dominant this way to look straight. So it's just blinder. They can be they're a tool just like everything else. If you use them correctly, they can be a good tool and an asset for you.
Yeah, we have 3 more minutes on air. Would you like to give, you know, some a shout out to whoever and help you along the way, as far as training horses and gave you the knowledge to do this and that? Would you like to?
Yeah, like I said, my dad, Dwayne Ward. I know some viewers may know who he is. They probably bought a cowboy hat from him. He makes custom hats.
Oh,
So my dad, he definitely showed me a lot. Um, some uncles, some people from down this way in Crosset area. A lot of cowboys down in Pine Hill. Shout out to Papa Hawkins. Rest in peace. Um, Cliff, Delvin, some guys from up that way. Um, there's so many to name. I don't want to name too many and leave anybody out. But
yeah.
a lot of everybody know who they are. The guy that gave me my first shot at training a horse, I forgot how old I was, man, but this was way back when I was young, and he had a young horse, bred well, a nice quarter horse, and he wanted me to put 30 days on him. That was my first one. His name was Shelton, and so he was the first person that believed in me that I can train a horse and stuff like that. So from there, I just kept on going. And another big shout out to another person, rest in peace to him too, Morris Thompson. He did a lot of horse riding with the Black Cowboy Association here in Arkansas, and that's kind of how I'm able to be here at this place right now. He kind of just gave me a break. I went full time and was needing another facility, and he just so happened to call me trying to sell his horses because he was getting out of the horse game. And I told him, well, I just went full time, and he's like, well, come on out here. I got my barn still and this and that. So I came. He gave me the keys, and the rest
Cool.
is history in the making. You know.
So you want to get audience one more again, your company name and how to you get how
Yep.
in contact with you.
J Ward Horsemanship. I'm right here in Little Rock, Arkansas. I do travel. I make farm calls, even different states and everything like that. So colt starting, some riding lessons, horses needing to be desensitized. Older horses just need to be tuned up. Everything that you can think of as far as horse, I'm here to help out. So, yeah, J Ward Horsemanship, Little Rock, Arkansas. My phone number, again, 501-516-3539. So feel free to, give me a call. If I don't answer, leave a message, send a text message, shoot me a message on Facebook, and whatever else. So, like I said, I'm here to help always. So, and shout out to all my friends out there in Oklahoma, too. Chrissy got me on the show.
Yeah.
Of course, Tiffany Guest, and all the Cowboys up there, too.
Yeah, that's all I was getting ready to say. We really appreciate you coming on the show. You know what I'm saying? And thanks to the Trail Boss, Chrissy, for reaching out to you and, allow you to come on and show, tell people what you do and what's your company name. And that's what the platform is for, to, get people like you out there, so people can know who you are, where you're from.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
Okay, well, that's the show for today. We want to thank everyone for tuning in to Worldwide Rodeo, the toughest sport on dirt. And yeah, y'all know how we do it. KBOB 89.9 FM, Worldwide Rodeo. Thank you, Chuck.
Worldwide Rodeo on KBOB 89.9. If it ain't live, it ain't me.
Yeah. I'm looking at big bro.
This is KBOB 89.9 FM, Tulsa. And now streaming 24/7 live from the Eden Media Studio. 24/7 live at KBOB899.com. The Juice Radio Show and KBOB 89.9 would like to say thank you to all of our listeners and sponsors who donate to help keep our media program alive, reaching the community. The Juice Radio Network continues to expand as influencers in the community of North Tulsa and beyond, but can't do that without your help. That's why it's important that we as a community continue to support the Juice Radio Show and keep 89.9 on the air. The community not only deserves this service, but needs this service. Let's continue to support the mission and giving a voice to the voiceless and donate to the Juice Radio Show. The Juice Radio Show is a nonprofit 501c3 powered by KBOB 89.9 and Eden Media Services, operating solely off the gifts, donations, and contributions made by listeners like yourself. All donations made to the Juice Radio Show are tax deductible and can be sent to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106.
It's Tulsa, I see you here in Tulsa. I'm in Tulsa chillin'.
We appreciate your continued support and thanks for listening to KBOB 89.9 FM.